Hey y'all, it's Dia here. I just got home a little while ago from watching Avengers Endgame and it was so good, but I did cry a little bit. But don't worry, I won't spoil it. I won't tell y'all what happened. Just have to go see it for yourself. But I just wanted to make a little video and talk about my TNR efforts that I'm doing in New Orleans. I made a post about it on Facebook earlier that I had posted in a West Bank Feral Cat Feeders group on Facebook about my current situation with my neighbors trying to interfere with the TNR efforts that myself, a lady that traps, and another lady in my apartment complex who, we all been trying to work together to get this last litter of kittens fixed, and my neighbors interfering. Before I talk about the neighbor situation, I'll just kind of explain what TNR is for those of you guys who do not know what it is. TNR stands for Trap, Neuter, Release, and it is a program where mostly volunteers who are unpaid for their time and stuff, we just care about the cats and want to help the community cats. We go and we trap the cats that are out in the community that are unfixed, and we have them spayed or neutered, and we return them to their colony in the community to live. And they cut like a little piece of the ear off so you can easily identify the cats that have been fixed from the ones who are unfixed. So, you don't keep on trying to catch the same cats over and over. That is the way that we identify them. I know that there was a program in Louisville, Kentucky. I can't think of what it's called. Alley Cat Advocates. They do TNR in the community in Louisville, but it wasn't like such a big deal with homeless cats in Louisville. But here in New Orleans, we have a very huge feral cat population, feral chickens as well, because after Katrina, people fled the area and a lot of people left their pets here. It's sad, but that's what happened. And a lot of the cats, were not fixed, ended up being outside, and keep reproducing and having all these baby cats. And in 7 years, a female cat can produce thousands of kittens, So it's very important that we get our outside cats spayed and neutered, to keep the pet population under control. There are very many health benefits, like the cats who are altered, they do not have the reproductive organ issues that the unfixed cats have. There are a lot of health benefits for the cats, and getting them fixed, as well as just not having all these cats born into the streets. These streets are rough. There's people that are assholes, and there were news stories last year about somebody in Mid-City where I feed my other feral colony, that was decapitating cats and mutilating them, leaving them on the sidewalks. People are fucking assholes and they abuse animals. And these cats have a high risk of being abused, being poisoned. A lot of people, think that they're a nuisance. I've had a lady at my Napoleon colony. Usually when we have issues with people, it's because people don't want us feeding the cats around their house because they think it attracts the cats. So I had this one lady that actually was yelling at me about feeding my Napoleon colony, which I feed them on Saturday or Sundays. My other cat lady friend, she feeds them Monday through Friday because she works right beside there, and she parks her car right by the vacant lot that the cats stay in. So she feeds them Monday through Friday, and then I come on Saturday or Sunday, sometimes both days, depending if I'm in the area, and feed them. And a lady came out one day and she was like, "Excuse me, can you please not feed the cats because there's already a lady here that feeds them?" And I was like, "Yeah, she feeds them Monday through Friday. That's my friend, and I help her out and come feed them on Saturday and Sunday and give them water and make sure they're cool." And she's like, "Well, can you please not feed them because they come shit in my yard?" I was like, "Well, I'm still gonna feed them. Where do you think they're supposed to shit? So, and she was like, "Okay," and she walked away. And I hadn't heard anything about from her since. Although someone put a sign up, like the next week I went and said, "Please don't feed the cats." and it said, please don't feed the unfixed cats. And my friend Kim, I saw she wrote a note back to her and said, all the cats here are fixed, and if you see one that isn't, let us know and we'll have it fixed. You know, so there are some people that are assholes that are, you know, interfering with our efforts. But this neighbor over here by my apartment is like, I've had, you know, it started when I first moved here. It was like the first week I lived here. I saw this lady, you know, she was outside feeding the cats. I don't know if she fed them or if they were just, her and her two little girls were outside, like looking at the new trying to look at the new kittens and stuff that the mama cat just had. And I asked her, I was like, are these your cats? And she said, no, they're not her cats. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I know some people that, you know, can come and give these cats and have the rest of them fixed. Because I noticed, you know, a lot of them did have the ear tip, but the mama cat who had just had the kittens obviously didn't. And there were a few more that were not fixed. And she's like, oh, no, I don't believe in that. I think it's a natural. And I was like, well, it's the best thing for the cats. So, you know, I think that's something that we should do. And she didn't say anything else. You know, she went about her business. I did get a hold of the TNR people, and I hooked up with a lady that has traps, and she comes and, you know, we were trying to get these cats fixed, and we caught a lot of the adult cats that weren't, we caught all the adult cats that weren't fixed, I think. There's been some new ones coming around too, like we keep getting new additions to the kitty crew because they eat good over here. But at the time we had all the adults fixed, we caught the mama cat who had all these kittens over here. There's like 20 to 25 cats in my colony. And so we got mama cat fixed. We were super happy about that. She was the one that kept producing all the babies over here. And then the lady that I saw, you know, she was like, she approached me. She said, are you all done trapping the cats now? And I was like, yeah, I think we got all of them except for the little ones. We'll have to wait till they get old enough. And she was like, well, I don't want you to trap the kittens. And I was like, well, are they your cats? No, but, and I was like, okay, well, they're community cats, you know, so, you know, that's what the trappers do. They trap community cats. You know, she got a little attitude and she walked off, and that was that. Next time, the lady, we were trying to trap the cats, and the girl saw that I was letting the lady into the apartment complex, and she didn't catch anything that day. But when she got the traps and left, the lady came over to my house, to my apartment. She was like, excuse me, I thought I told you that I didn't want you to trap the kittens. And that's what it was. We were trying to get the little ones. And I thought I told you that I didn't want you to trap the kittens and this and that and the other. I was like, well, they're not your cats. You know, if you're going to let them run around outside, then they're not yours. And, you know, this is what the volunteers are doing. You know, they're trying to, it's the best thing for the cats. Trying to explain to her the benefits of the TNR. You know, I was like, do a little research, you know. And she gets all mad and angry and yelling at me and all up in my face and getting belligerent and shit. I'm like, you know what? Some people should be fixed too. And I guess, you know, that pissed her off, and she kept cussing and yelling, and she went back into her house after that. Though, so, you know, she got belligerent and was acting like a bitch. So I said what I said, you know. And so that was the third encounter. And then this last time, the other night, I got home from work. Was doing my normal little routine. I feed the cats, take my walk, weather permitting. You know, I'm on the phone talking to my friend, feeding the cats, petting the cats like I always do. And I hear someone from the direction of her house say, touch him again. I'm looking around. I'm like, who is this bitch talking to? And I said, hold on. I'm going to call you right back in just a minute. Hung up with my friend. And I said, who are you talking to? And she's like, you heard what I said. And I was like, no. You trying to tell me that I can't pet and feed the fucking cats? Are you serious right now? What is your problem? And she was like, you heard me. Don't touch them again. I didn't know why she was so pissed off at the time of this interaction, but apparently the lady who traps them, she did trap one of the kittens. They had been texting my old Louisville phone number, which I got a new phone number, which is a New Orleans phone number, and I gave it to the ladies, but they forgot. The trapper lady forgot to change it in the group text, so she was texting my old number. You know, that she got the one of the kittens and that she got it fixed and blah, blah. So I didn't know about it. So that's why she was so pissed off. But I had no clue. I thought she was mad because I was actually like feeding and petting the cats. And I was like, bitch, like, okay, so, she tells me don't pet the cats. Me being the kind of little smart ass that I am, I bent right over and pet the cat again, Don't tell me don't touch the cats. It's not your fucking cats. Are you serious? And she was like, yeah, you fat, pale, white bitch, that's why you gotta go walk outside at nighttime because the sun's gonna burn you up and the sun loves me. And just going on. And I'm like, bitch, I have a job. Why don't you fucking get a job? While you out here sitting on your porch all fucking day and night, waiting for me to get home from work. Worried about me. Why don't you get a job? Why don't you do something with your life? I don't have to work. My man takes care of me. I don't have to get my hands dirty. Show me. And I was like, okay, well, why's your nails dirty then? She had some dirty ass, raggedy looking, long ass hot claws and shit. So I was like, oh, your nails look dirty. And then, she starts getting even more mad. And she gets all up in my face, like, damn near nose touching my nose. Her little flat chest touching my big boobs. You fat bitch, this and that. I don't know how many fat, pale, white bitches I was. And I don't know what the fuck that has to do with the cats. And especially since I'm not the one who actually traps them, so she has some kind of issue with me. And, all I'm trying to do is do the right thing for the cats. So her anger issues definitely stem from something else, because pretty sure my skin color and me being a fat bitch has nothing to do, with the cats. And so I'm like, oh, you mean because I have titties and ass and I'm not shaped like a 12-year-old boy? You kind of look like a crackhead. Do you need some food or something? I could help you out a little bit. She's talking about, oh, blah, blah, my man takes care of me. I was like, why don't he pay to get the cats fixed and stuff then, or get them licensed? I was like, if you paid the $60 to get the cats fixed and licensed, and you could leave them outside. Nobody would bother them. Well, that's unnatural and da-da-da-da-da. I said, unnatural, like your blue contacts and your weave. Like, we were just like, when she got up in my face, I pushed the bitch out of the way. And I think she thought that, when she ran up on me and got all up in my face, I think she thought I was going to run away or be scared or something, but I wasn't, and I pushed her. So she ran back into her yard. Because I'm not going in her yard. Like, I was out on the street, and she actually ran up to me on the street. So I was fully prepared to fight, and I thought that's what was going to happen. But, when I pushed her, I was, like, certain that she was going to hit me after that. But she didn't, Like I said, I think after the fact that, she thought I was going to be scared and intimidated, and I was not. And she kind of sees, she can't really pull that shit with me. So that just made me want to trap the cats even more. But, so we're trying to do the best thing for the cats. And then we have people like this who interfere, who harass us, who, like I said, most of the time it's because we're feeding the cats and the people don't want the cats pooping in their yard. That's usually the interference that we get. But this is something else. Like, this bitch, she said they weren't her cats. She's trying to claim the cats, but she won't keep the cats in the house. So the trappers trapped them before I ever moved here. The trappers will trap them after I move from here, So, she can get mad. She can yell. She can do whatever she would like. The cats are still going to get trapped if she's not doing her part. If she wants to claim the cats, and she has to be a responsible pet owner and get the cats fixed and get the cats licensed to be able to claim them as her own. That's just Orleans Parish law. That's just how it works. We contacted the LSPCA and they told us the same thing, that if she has them out and they're not fixed and they do not have a license, we can trap all we want and there's nothing that she can do about that. So all the shit that I go through trying to do the right thing for the cats, I'm not a fan of humans. I like the cats better, so I'm gonna keep doing what I can do for the kitty cats. And I'm glad that I posted in that feral cat feeder group, because now I have another person who's going to help us trap, and it's a big handsome army man, and he is going to help us trap and fix the rest of these kittens. And I'm pretty sure she won't try to get in his face. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I just want to let everybody know to please have your cat spayed and neutered. There's a huge pet overpopulation problem. There's so many cats and dogs in the shelters right now that, you know, there's so many that get euthanized every day. Like millions get euthanized a year. And that's not fucking fair. Like, why do we keep, you know, allowing our animals to go out and have babies if we're not going to be taking care of them? That's just stupid. It's irresponsible. It's fucked up. You know, us humans, we fuck up a lot of shit, and we're fucking up some shit with the cats and the dogs in the United States. You know, don't just take my word for it. You know, do a little research. There was some statistics, something like every person in the United States would have to own 4 homeless animals, you know, to give them all homes. Like, it's really bad. Like, for every homeless person in the United States, there's like 6 or 7 homeless animals. It's pretty fucked up. Like, the numbers are very high, and it's just crazy. And it could all be prevented if people would spay and neuter their pets, so they wouldn't keep having all these babies that they can't take care of. Kind of wish people would do the same thing, but if we're not going to do it for ourselves, at least do it for your animals. Because, you know, the street animals, they have it hard enough on the streets trying to fend for themselves, deal with people who try to abuse them, you know, other animals and predators out there that they have to deal with. So, you know, do the right thing for the cats. Have them spayed or neutered. There are free programs in many cities that, you know, will do this for free. They will spay them, neuter them, and give them rabies vaccinations, you know, so they don't contract rabies from other outside animals as well. So it's a very beneficial thing for the animals. Again, do a little research. You know, don't just take my word for it. Also, if people could get involved with it, that would be awesome. You know, contact your local SPCA and see if there's any way you can get involved with helping the feral cat population. And in some states, there's a lot of stray dogs as well, especially Texas is really bad. They have a very bad stray dog problem as well. So, yeah, please get involved and help the animals, man. You know, we got to help these animals. We got them into this predicament. We need to help get them out of it. So, I'm going to continue doing what I do. I don't care if bitches try to get in my face or whatever, you know. I think I said it on my Facebook post. There's no other cause I'd rather die for than, you know, helping the cats. So, you know, whatever. I feel like it's one of my purposes in life to be a voice for the kitty cats. So, all right, you guys, that's all I had. I'll talk to y'all later.